All right, I'm out here in the shop. I just finished the axle seals and bearings on the Lemons car, and I figured since I got it on the lift, I might as well go ahead and install this MGW shifter. This should be a pretty simple install. The idea behind putting this in the car is that I want to try and protect the transmission. These usually have positive stops in there so that you can't overextend during shifts and damage the transmission, the shift forks inside the transmission. These are made in America. And MGW has really good quality shifters. I got them on a couple of my cars. All right, so inside here, the first steps are to kind of feel how the factory one is mushy and pretend like you're racing on a racetrack. But since this is a race car, we've already removed some of this stuff, and MGW actually has pretty good video on for this car. I've watched some of the MGW videos, and I didn't always like them, but the one for this, for the 05 to 09 is actually pretty good. And it starts with removing the center console and basically getting to where you remove the shift knob and this boot off of here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we move to the bottom of the car. All right, the next step is to lower the transmission down a little bit. To do that, you lower these four cross member bolts down. They sit about 1 inch. All right, my bolts started to fall out, so they also said to do this kind of evenly, but I got a floor jack or a jack stand to hold the trans up. Probably give me a little bit more room, might make it a little easier, but I'm going to take all four of them out. Okay, once we got a little bit more room, you can see there's a 13 up here that connects the trans linkage to the shifter. So I'm going to take that off. So keep it because it's used for the MGW shifter. All right, so just to pull that shift linkage out of there, and while we're up here, we're going to take these two 10 mils out. Try to get it with a wrench, but I got a socket I'm going to run up in there. All right, now that we got that, I got to pull it down and remove it. Just that little bracket part that holds onto the bottom of the body. This rubber piece probably to make it easier to lift down to the top of the thing. There's the bracket and the little bushing. All right, so if we follow this arm forward, there's a 10 millimeter bolt that we need to remove next. So I'm going to go up there. All right, so up here is the 10 millimeter bolt for the front bracket. Oh, might be hard to get started here. Yeah, once this is started, it goes pretty easy. One of the things that they say in the video is that you got to watch it if you're using a box wrench like this, because if you don't have the trans lowered, you can back this out to where it will lock in the box wrench, you know, in between the wall. This trans is plenty low. Alright, so now that it's disconnected from the trans in the bottom of the car, we should be able to lift it up out of here. Alright, I can't get this thing to come out of here. It's really close. Like, this bottom piece is really close to being able to come out of there. So I'm going to I got a little pry bar here, and grab it and then just see if I can't just like kind of force it up through there. Woo! I'll get a little bit angry to get that thing out of there. Yeah, well, here's the factory one. Here's the MGW one. Much sturdier. There in the video they say just install the MGW one down in the hole. Let's see if this is just gonna go right down in there. Yeah, that one actually fits. Alright, so just set it on there. Now we're going to raise the car back up and go underneath it. Basically repeat the process of removing it. So that center bolt, and then get it hung up, and then the attach bolt to it. Okay, so starting with the front support bracket, they give a lock washer and blue Loctite to put on there. Just work that in. All right, now it's time to put this bracket on there. It says make sure that this plate is facing backwards. It also came with these little nylon lock nuts, but I don't like them because they don't have any kind of flange or washer on them. So I'm going to reuse the stock nuts because they have a little flange on there, and I don't want it to come apart or anything like that. So I'm just going to slide this on the back of the shifter. Make sure the plate is facing rear, and then push it up onto the studs. Alright, so it says to be careful not to strip these out, so I'm going to put my little impact on one. I'm going to double check these by hand just to make sure that it's good. Okay, so reaching up here, I guess this thing turns. Tighten it all the way down. Tighten it down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's all the way tightened down. And now when I loosen it, you always want the arrow pointing to the driver's side. So that's as tight as it goes. That's, well, I guess as loose as it goes. It says it's 15% shorter throw. You can make it shorter by loosening it more, and they say the best is around 5. So this is the longest throw. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has no more than 10 on it. So with that, we'll move the factory linkage up in there and put the nut on it. Alright, so the last thing to do is to tighten this cross member. So to do it in kind of a cross pattern to make sure that it goes up evenly. And then this is probably going to be torqued to 70 foot-pounds, somewhere in there. I don't have my torque wrench on me, so I'm going to use my calibrated forearm. Alright, back up top again. Now can put this boot on there, back on there. I'm just going to cut this thing a little shorter down here, and then that should make it easier to put in. Alright, so here's my modified boot. See how that goes on there. Alright, in the video they said this could be one of the most frustrating parts of this install, and they're probably right, because I got frustrated and just cut off the bottom of it. This is a race car, so it doesn't really matter. The only thing is it'd be a little tighter around here, but you could tape it up or something like that if you end up cutting it. The hardest part of this is on the driver's side over here. It's like the MGW shifter is so close to the body that it's hard to get it to the lip to go down underneath there. So but that's in there. That looks good, and it did come, our kit did come with this, which I'm not sure. This zip tie is probably for the boot that goes over it. Same with this little rubber grommet, which we don't need. And I'm assuming that this thing screws in here, and then the shift handle will screw onto that. Yeah, that's, and then it's got a little locking nut here, which I need to put the washer on the bottom side of it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put this on there. I got it's flat washer, lock washer, then the jam nut. I'm just gonna get a few of these threads going in there because I kind of like the shifter to be high. That way we can get leverage when we're throwing this thing. So I'm not gonna put it as far down as possible. I just want to get a few threads in there before I lock it down. All right, I'm just gonna make sure this jam nut is tight on there. All right, now that it's in, see how it feels. Feels a lot more solid. Still a little bit of play though. Take a look down underneath the car, make sure I got everything tightened up down there. All right, so I'm underneath the car now, and I'm looking at, you know, everything's tight on it, but I'm looking at it, and this black bar right there, that's the linkage that goes to the transmission from the shifter. And that, the kit didn't come with a new one of those. And I think the other kits I've put on have, but if you look, if I move that, you can see towards the front, that's where the play is at. So it's not in the shifter, it's in that linkage right there. So maybe MGW makes that linkage, or maybe they left it out of my kit, but I didn't see it anywhere in the directions or anything like that. I'll give them a call and see, maybe they make it, maybe they don't. If not, it's not the end of the world. I'm gonna go drive this thing. So, already the shifter feels a lot better. So this car is street legal to drive. It's actually kind of fun to drive. The owner of this car is a lot taller than me, and so when he drives, this race seat is actually on a slider. When he drives, he has it all the way back. When I drive, I gotta have it all the way forward. But it's fun because there's nothing in here, and it's actually pretty light. I don't know what the actual weight of it is, but I mean, the thing's got to be close to 3,000 pounds with everything taken out of it. The shifter feels short when I put it in gear. It feels really good. I like it. I don't like that it's got that little bit of play in it though. This has a MagnaFlow muffler on it, so it sounds pretty good for a little 6-cylinder. It's got a little bit of pep to it. Like I said, it's fun to drive. It's all stock suspension, so it rolls around a little bit. I can't wait to put the lowering springs on it. But this shifter feels a lot better. The shifts feel a lot more precise. Like, it feels like it's actually, you can really feel it going into gear. It's not as mushy. One thing I will say, the 2-3 shift is great. You know, one of the things they say online is that it's got a nice spring for the center, to center it. And going from 2 to 3 feels really good. It just kind of, you don't have to worry about pushing it over. It just kind of does it on its own. You can go straight from 2 to 3. It feels really good. All right, thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure you like and comment down below and subscribe if you want to see more Mustang content. We're going to get this thing back out to the racetrack at some point.